Outside work, too, is a sign for far better reasons than just to keep the hospital shipshape. It means strength for your arms and for your shoulders. It means new zest in every part of the body. And husky work rebuilds the endurance that was one of the things that helped you to recover. Endurance so that a man can shoulder his own sea bag when he returns to duty. The Navy doesn't forget that liberty, too, is a part of getting well. It is up to the doctor to decide when you're well enough for liberty and whether it will be good for you. Bud, with lesser injuries, gets the word. But Benny, disgusted with the world right now, has to see that bus go off without him. There's time allotted for the things that everybody likes, traveling units, movies, and dances. And for men who like to know what's going on in the world, war orientation. Nobody has to remind you about what we're fighting for, and that just because one part of the war has been taken care of, there are still jobs to do. So you'll want to keep up to date. Many a man with first-hand ideas of his own can come to these meetings to speak up about the war, the ship, or about almost anything. That is what they're for. It's not news to a family man that having the wife and kid visit him helps in getting well. But when a man who's been sick goes out and tries to drink up the town, it suddenly isn't funny at all. Much of his recovery gone. Then, of course, the Navy chapel and the chaplain are there to take the place of your church back home. The chaplain's office is always open to help you with your personal problems.
Fred, I got a letter from your folks today. They're kind of worried about you. They haven't heard from you for a couple of months.
I know, Chaplain. I haven't written.
What's the trouble?
Oh, I've been worried.
Anything I can do to help?
I don't think it's in your line, Chaplain. You see, it's about girls.
Oh, I thought you had trouble. Fred, if I can help, stop by my office. Morning, Bob. How's everything?
Well, not too good, Chaplain. My wife isn't well, and we have some doctor bills. Do you suppose the Navy Relief could help us with a loan?
I'm sure he could, Bob.
Finally, civilian organizations show a very real and sincere interest in helping you along the journey. At times, they certainly can add a touch of that certain something. And very, very nice.
Hey, Benny, you got a match? Here, I got one.
Hey, look, fellas, I gotta write a letter.
What do you mean you gotta write a letter? We're going down the lake.
I'll write your letter later. Let's go rolling.
Well, look, this is really important. I'll see you later. Hello, sailor. Say, lady, would you write a letter for me? Well, I don't generally do that sort of thing, but sure, I'd be glad to. Thanks. Sit down. Till I get my pen. Now then, what's the name? Benny. Benny from Brooklyn. Well, Benny from Brooklyn, to whom's it going? Huh? Who's it going to? Oh, to Shirley. Shirley? S-H-I-R-L-E-Y? Yeah, that's right, Shirley. Dear Shirley, this sure is a swell joint. You mean it's a swell hospital, don't you? Yeah, I'm sorry, that's right, hospital. It certainly is beautiful here with weather all around you. Weather all around you? Yeah, wherever you look, there's weather all around you. The birds are singing in the trees, and the wind is blowing. The wind is blowing through your whiskers. And the wind is blowing in your whiskers. Oh, you got me, lady, you got me. Say, what's your name? I'm Kay Francis. Kay Francis, the moon picture actress? That's right. Well, could I have your autograph? How about a picture? Oh, thanks. Here, I'll put it in there for you. Oh, swell. There's some cigarettes and some matches. Gosh. Say, we're going down the lake. Would you like to go rowing with us? Not this week, brother. I got lost in Flatbush once. Bye now. See you next week. Bye. Gee.
The Red Cross, that goes in wherever men know trouble, does its job by providing many personal services to make your time at the hospital easier, like furnishing transportation for trips off the grounds. They are prepared to help you in your private affairs, such as obtaining or passing on information to people that you are concerned about. Among many other things, the Gray Ladies often write letters for seriously ill patients. If your injury or illness brings you a survey into civilian life, the Navy figures you'll need help there too. So the Civilian Readjustment Office was set up for this. The officer will explain your rights and benefits as a veteran. He'll see to it that your claim for a pension is filled out right and sent to the Veterans Administration. And he will give you every bit of assistance possible in arranging your affairs. So here, where we saw them first, are the men with all this behind them. They came in sick and injured and nervous, and maybe a little scared, because they didn't know just what lay ahead of them. But they all wanted to get well, and so they did. Some are headed back to duty, some to civilian life. But every one of them, including Bud and Benny, now knows what that word rehabilitation means.
Well, it wasn't so bad here. I got no complaints.
Complaints? This is a swell joint. I mean hospital.
So you enjoyed yourself, huh, Benny?
Are you kidding? Tea and crumpets with the chief. Rowing on the lake with Kay Francis.
What?
Well, I'll be glad to get back to the ship anyway. I remember me and the skipper...
Oh, knock it off, Benny, knock it off. Sure. You and the skipper were just like that.
No. No, wise guy, not like that. Like that.
Rehabilitation. It means everything that the pride and respect and the tradition of the Navy can do for men who have given their best. And it means that the Navy values nothing more than a man's health and his life, and has sailed with him on the voyage to recovery.